time I got to really look into it was yesterday, but it was also due yesterday and today because of other projects that overlapped. Like, okay, it's been a total night and day from the rest of the weeks. So this week was like, all of a sudden everything is due at like in the next 2 days. The fortunate thing is the capture is a lot easier. It's just some of the capture is not as easy to like set up, mainly because of like things like, oh, they want this specific level. Okay, it has a level select, but every time I click the level I want, it still randomizes it. So I had to still kind of cycle through and hope that I get the one I want.
That's like stupid.
Yeah. It's like, hey, your debug ain't working. But stuff like that would happen. And the biggest issue I had with Tint was the cursor would show up. And it's a touch-based game. It's about... people can play it right now if they wanted to, but it's like a relaxation... painting watercolor looking game where you basically grab the color it gives you and meet it to the item that is that color, so it's a matching, right? But it's all touch based. You're supposed to use your hands and stuff like that because it doesn't have controller support. And
right.
So like a tablet, well, yeah, I could do that I guess with a mouse, but it doesn't look as smooth, you know. And the mouse cursor still shows up on screen. How do I get rid of it? I've been trying to figure this out passively throughout the week, but it wasn't until yesterday when I had to capture that I started like really trying to figure it out. And I was like, well, I know there's an app called Sidecar that you can use your tablet, your iPad, as a secondary monitor.
Right. I've seen that before, or I've heard about it, yeah.
So I was like, I could use this, and I set up the office grade, office given iPad they gave me, and it connects and everything, but I can't do anything. Like, I can't tap or move or anything on the tablet. It's just a third screen. So
I mean, it kind of makes sense, yeah.
But I was like, I thought it had like input at least. And then I was reading up in it, and it's like, yeah, if you have a pencil, you can do like, you can move your cursor
Apple
around.
Pencil.
Now, I have an Apple Pencil, but I don't have like an Office-based one. But the one I have is the first generation. It doesn't work with the newer iPads. So I went in and I found, I had to disconnect my personal iPad with my information, so it's gonna be a bitch and a half to connect that back up later. Luckily, yes. I didn't lose anything because I didn't really use iCloud or anything like that.
Okay.
But I finally get to connect that. It takes a while for it to, properly connect. It kept giving me issues like it would change the monitor I need to record on into the shape of the iPad when I want it the other way around. And since Mac is very user-friendly in the way that they try and minimize all the effort of trying to change anything. It made it harder to try and change the things that I need to change. So, after a lot of finagling, I found a way to make the screen, the one on the right, the way I want it to. It's also a lot of me not knowing Mac as much.
Yeah, Apple products. It's not, sometimes it's not the most user-friendly, even though they are, like, the user-friendly one.
Yeah, like if I grew up with it, definitely I'd probably know forward and backwards, but I'm still learning. And there's things that I learned so differently than the people who've been using Mac that it's just interesting to me. Because like the other issue is so whenever I load up an application, sometimes or majority of the time it'll open up on the main monitor, which I don't want it to. But I need the main monitor to stay the main monitor because I need all the data on that side. So I can't like swap the main monitors. So it took me forever. Some programs allow me to change the default monitor or go into full screen windowed screen and move the screen over kind of thing.
Yeah.
But Tint, since it's been so helpful this whole time, doesn't have that option in settings, and it doesn't have the, put your cursor on the top left to put the menu down to move it over.
Yeah.
It doesn't have that either. So I finally found a way, something that's built into the computer or into the Macs is called Mission Control. And I opened up Mission Control. My favorite tool, by the way, that I've learned from Apple from the orientation is the command spacebar. I have been using that all the time whenever I need to find. It opens up your search prompt, so you can type in wherever you need, and it just gives you what you need there. And so I put I'll start typing Mission Control, and it pops up. It gives you everything from website searches to information, as well as the app itself if it's on the computer. And so I open it, and I basically drag the window from the left one to the right, kind of thing, and everything's connected. I was like, cool, all right. It's been almost already 6 hours just getting all this together. I finally get so I get all the stuff to work as far as like the screen looking right and all that stuff. Now I'm like, okay, how do I get the pen to work? It just doesn't want to work all of a sudden. It was a lot of like turning off and on things basically until finally it responds. And I did like, apparently according to Diego, I do an evil cackle whenever I get something to work.
I love it though. It's when it's like this just small detail that you could technically work around, but it's you're like too committed.
Yeah, and then deadline, and like I'm on crunch, like I need to get this done. So like I finally get the pen working, but when I click down, it still shows the cursor for a hot second.
Okay.
If I hold, it'll show it all the time. And I was like, fuck, okay, how do I get rid of this? And I started looking up other options to turn off the cursor. There's ways to turn it off, but the moment you move it, it turns back on, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, fuck it, I'm going third party. And I look up it's called Cursorcerer. It's very hard to say, but it's like a sorcerer with cursor in it.
Okay, so it's like cursor and then the soar of
Sor is the beginning of sorcerer.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, Cursorcerer, and it basically removes the mouse or the cursor with the hotkey.
Okay.
So I use it, it works, and I get to start like moving everything around, and it looks beautiful, and I get the smooth lines because it's a tablet pen versus my like, you know, mouse. It's like awesome. So I start recording, and the other thing that Tint doesn't allow me to do is lock frame rate. Like, there's no setting for it. And it records at 4K, which means the frame rate's probably going to be fluctuating because it's at the highest possible frame rate available. And I was like, motherfucker. And so I knew that might be an issue, but I recorded as much as I could anyway. And I go and open it in QuickTime, which is what I use to trim it down. And every single file had a different frame rate.
Oh, no.
And I know it to be impossible to try and edit around that because you have to have a set frame rate when you make the setting. So I recorded it anyway. I'm already like almost 10 hours in, just so they have something. But I explained everything in detail. But I also wasted more time trying to see if I can change the coding. Because, like, most of the time on PC builds, I can open the init file, build file, config file, one of the three.
Yeah.
And change the code manually to, like, lock the frame rate or have VSync on and all that stuff. Because there is screen tearing, too. Yep. So, there's a bunch of little issues with this game. But I get it. You know, when you're playing it on... if you're playing it, it doesn't actually make a big difference. It looks smooth when you're watching the videos, but the frame rate definitely is fluctuating. Long story short, I could not find the coding, or since I'm still new to Mac, I couldn't exactly figure it out. They have programs like Terminal and Console that I can open up to try and like really finesse into it.
In my opinion, like that stuff is easier on Windows.
Oh, way easier,
but the more the user side, than the front end more than the back end is definitely easier on Mac.
Mm-hmm.
So it just...
you could tell how and why it was designed, basically, because definitely Apple products are meant for streamline, you know, average user who isn't like a tech in any way. Which is weird because it's such a hard, like, it's such a huge art field related to it. But that's, I guess, in a way, it's still very streamlined for that. You don't really have to break into, like, the programs to design.
Right.
But so basically, yesterday was the first real example of what my job is needing. Also, yesterday, because I don't really get any notes on what is new in this build that I have to capture, so I go into the retail version and I basically go down the update list. Based on the last time we uploaded a trailer, what has changed, basically.
Wow.
And I list anything that... Yeah, it's...
tedious whatsoever.
It's so long. They could just give me a list of things they want to see, but each developer is different. The funnest thing was definitely because it was I had to look it up and figure that out, and then all the footage that we do have from the previous build, it says from a previous contributor. So I thought, oh, maybe it's my old coworker. So I hit him up, asked him all these questions, and how did he get rid of this? How did he draw the line so smoothly? This is all before I started finessing into it to figure it out myself.
I'm guessing he didn't have answers because you had to then go into...
Yeah, because he never worked on it. All the footage came from either the developer themselves or a random person inside the building. I think he said one of the graphic departments, because it was such an early on game. And I was like, okay. I was like, I would love to speak to whoever this person was. Or, the developers have power to do this. Like, this would be amazing. Like, I don't want to, obsolete my job in this way, but I'd much rather have streamline work than, like, this.
They're constantly trying to, compromise on this and that.
Yeah, like, it's partially fun in the way that to try and solve something. I always do like in doing that. It was one of the reasons I was hired, because I do text stuff like this, like, breaking it down. But, man... Especially when all that fruits of your labor doesn't produce anything. Like, yeah, I got capture, and yeah, I got the tablet and the touch and the cursor out of the way and everything, which will help for other titles that were touch-based primarily. But
I feel like most of them, to be honest.
It's all over the place, and like the titles are so varied. It's really interesting trying to figure out what wants what. And also, this is throwing in meetings for every other project I'm on that need to go over coverage. And recapture and everything. So, like, Monday's gonna be fun, because I'm starting a new project. So I have to learn a new game, but I'm also, I have a meeting for one other project's capture, or editing, what they've already edited. I have to also get in new coverage, a recap, I guess, for stuff that was in a previous build. But it's also weird, because I sent them new stuff, but they were using old stuff either way. So I don't know. Maybe they were just trying to get stuff done while I was still working. But they have to go and find that now. But it's just...
What?
Yeah, it's like... And the meetings generally are pretty fast, but they're so fast that I don't get in what I need. Or, like, what they need to look at, or what is this and that. Like, one of them was like, hey, there's arrows and timers on this. Is there a reason why? I was like, I gave you no HUD version, so this is old footage.
This isn't me.
Yeah.
And I feel like every time I do that at work, though, when I was just like, this wasn't me, I feel like I'm, like, throwing the blame around. But it was just like, this straight up wasn't me.
Yeah, I try and say it as nice as possible. I'm never, like, blunt about it. But I'm like, well, it looks like that might be the retail footage. A lot of that has been recaptured with simpler, like, designs. But, we gotta reconnect. We should be back now. But, I'm like, definitely this is probably something I can recapture exactly, if you want. Because recapturing is so much easier than just initial capture, because you actually have direction. You have exactly what they want. Oh, the beautiful thing is the thing that my friend said would happen. I started the meeting, and everyone's really nice. But I know things can get lost in between, stuff. There's so many things going on. And everyone's like, oh, everyone got a chance to look at the build or the edit? And I was like, I don't have the edit. And it's like, I guess it went on deaf ears because no one said anything after that. So I messaged the lady that we were both in the meeting already. Asking for it, and she apologized and all this stuff. I was like, no, it's all cool. It's stuff that gets thrown, like, falls through cracks. So I had to start quickly looking through these because they started referencing stuff that I don't know what they were talking about.
Of course.
And I was like, oh man, everything's just like double time. It's just all fast all the time. Stop giving me things I already have, DIYs.
I actually just got a DIY I didn't already have. It's not like a brand new to me DIY. Like, I've seen it before. I just never... A deer scare. I'm just like, oh, I didn't have this? Nice.
Oh, the thing that drops it with the water. That's right.
Yes.
But yeah, it's been exciting the last couple of weeks. Really putting into my time than previous weeks before. I think it has a lot to do with that we're definitely a man down, so now we're juggling a couple more projects than we initially thought we were. And since there's no real... I mean, they gave me deadlines, but I didn't really have them in a way that I can, like a calendar or anything.
Yeah.
So I started making reminders and all that. I don't know how they work. I don't know if it actually gives you a reminder when things are coming up. But...
on the Apple calendar, I have seen people using it, but I never have like enough things to really justify like putting everything into a calendar.
Yeah, because I want to put it in the calendar, but I also the calendar itself they see, like that's how they judge if I'm free, for example.
Oh, so you don't need to be like scrambled to make don't program into the calendar that you're.
Yeah, I mean, my buddy who used to work there, he said you could put like a lot capture time so they know not to bother you because you're capturing. And I was like, but it's so like I don't like micromanaging. I really don't. It wastes more time, in my opinion, than just getting it done. Like
I don't think anybody should like micromanaging, to be honest.
It's just like I'll do it when there's time that's free and I'm just trying to organize my thoughts. But when the going gets tough and I need to get things done, I don't have time to stop and go to put information in. You okay there, Mary?
Yeah.
She's walking very determinedly.
Like, I know I work great with a planner, but then I also need to be. It feels like it starts to feel like a chore to fill out the planner.
Like I'll put the planner in.
The time that like I'm spending trying to get the. Sorry, is that the bug I need?
I love the kind of distractions we get here. It's like, oh, Mary's angry for some reason.
Is this the bug I've needed?
I have a feeling you're missing the walker.
Yes! Cicada. Yes! It's a cicada shell!
Oh, nice.
Which, don't ever try to capture that for money. It's only worth 10 bells.
Jeez. I think I've only ever really caught it for the purpose of catching it. For the list. All I have left that is available right now is the isopod. But I don't swim as much.
I still have most of the beetles, and I just need to uproot my palm trees and just go to an island and lock in the encounter table and just go. I just got the okay, so now there it is. Okay, so I'm done with all the cicadas. This is the monarch butterfly here. This is the red dragonfly. I think one of these is I forget. But okay, this is the spider. If it's a cicada shell, would it still fly? I have no clue, Diego. Wasn't gonna risk it.
I keep forgetting to switch to Twitch chat because I don't see it on my end.
I don't know, Diego. I just know that I needed it because I hadn't caught one before.
Oh, did I tell you? So they're having a vacation photo contest. Oh, damn it! It's reconnecting again. There, I think we might be back. We're back.
I'm just so excited though. I have 3 fish left. 3 fish left.
I think I have like 7 or something. Oh.
And 2 of them are gonna be in September. I think it's the salmon and the king salmon. And the last one I believe is gonna be the string fish. So I don't remember if that is also in September, but I'm so excited. I'll have another use for my gold nuggets, the very few that I have.
Damn it, I was hoping we didn't get red this week.
I may have gotten red, I don't know.
Wait, I didn't walk by town, have I? Because KK should be there.
Yo, I almost just went to the store with the cicada shell. Those 10 bells pissed me off.
Does he take that one? Yeah, he does. I do remember he takes that one. Blathers. But, so they have a vacation photo contest. And there's no real winning. It's just like, you know, hey, that's a nice photo. But I'm like, these people might have a lot of really good photos because, you know, that's their business as far as like design goes.
Yes.
And it's all over the place. And they said any kind of photo, so it can be as simple as
does it have to be recent and or of the time?
That's what there's no real rule other than it has to be a vacation. Just I guess it's like an uplifting thing for people who are kind of like, you know, obviously stuck at home.
Yes.
And so I went with the road trip photo that I took coming back from Reno, Nevada into California. Mm-hmm. Which I never knew what the city was, but I forgot my phone actually tells you when that photo was taken, as long as you had coverage at the time.
Yeah.
Or no, I guess it's as long as it has like a map at the time
Or
to understand.
I think you have your location on. I think, and off and coverage.
Ooh, Bo is making the Dark Lily crown. I could be the Dark Princess I need to be.
Wait, Dark Lily crown. Do I have that? I don't have a Dark Lily crown.
Yeah, I didn't either for once.
Open your gate.
Okay,
so oddly enough, they seem to be a rare spawn, and the player struggling to find them despite hours searching. These bug lookalikes won't fly away undisturbed, so feel free to run around the island as fast as you can. But I'm not going to make an exception for the one bug that doesn't fly away. I'm going to catch it as if it's going to fly away.
Mary, please move. Mary, move. There you go. So, at first, I wasn't sure if I wanted to be an asshole and post one of my game capture photos that look photorealistic.
Yes.
Like, yeah, specifically. And, because I felt like the majority of the people here probably have no idea what this is from. And, then I was like, you know what? Nah, I'll go ahead and I'll play it legitly. So that's when I went and looked for a photo. I did want to do that, but at the same time, I didn't want... Like I told Diego, I have a motto in my mind. It's I don't want to deal with the energy to deal with that later. If that makes sense. Like I don't want to like I know it could be a problem later or it could be like a big hoopla and I don't want to deal with it later.
Makes sense.
And so I was like, no, I'm not going to do it then. That's how I usually weigh my big risks. If things go to shit, am I willing to, go through with it? Alright, we connected to the internet. Should I do best friends? Because I think Tina's a best friend too. Yeah, I'll do it. Oops.
Best friends.
I usually do dodo code and invite all, and he's like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, it's a dodo code. Like, unless I give it to him, like, just let him in.
I can drop some of the Gulliver stuff. And so you can dialogue it.
Oh, for sure.
I just got the pirate wall. I don't even know what it looks like. I have to sneeze.
Ooh, bless you. Now, black lilies are definitely one of the harder ones to grow, but I do have a good amount. I think I have enough to actually make the crown. Let's see. Goodbye, pretty black lilies. Okay, Dom is the only villager of mine that runs around like a child, and I love him.
It's weird. Kid in the beginning too.
Huh?
It said his name, Kid Cat.
Okay, in the beginning they did, but I guess
foods.
Foods? Oh, I don't know. What do you have in mind? We can definitely, because we usually eat around 2-ish. We order around 1:30-ish. 1:30 depending, because some places take
brick and flour. That sounds like a terrible meal. Brick and flowers.
Well, it's flour, like cooking flour. I keep.
You did not spell it flour like a cooking flour.
I don't know if he's on his phone, but I know mine autocorrects the regular flour before it does the other flour.
The normal flours.
Yeah. Drop. There we go. Oh, Diego should have some black lilies. Yeah, he does. I guess I could go with brick and flour. I'll look up options.
Let's fly.
I know I have a black lily up front. Uh-oh, I hope I think I plucked the right one. It's behind a tree, so I couldn't tell if I actually got it. I'm gonna eat my banana real quick.
Brick and flour. I miss dessert waffles.
You know, I never really ate them before, like, even when they were big. I think it's because I just like regular waffles so much. But I don't like my waffles getting super soggy, and usually dessert waffles are served with ice cream.
There was this place, it's not there anymore. I think it's a hot pot place now on Valley and New.
Hmm.
And it wasn't like soggy. It had like, like powdered sugar and stuff like that. So it definitely wasn't. Oh, there's Mary. She looks like she wants to shake that tree.
Yeah, she's very, like, walking intently everywhere. That apron is very popular, style-wise. And I was looking to see if I even had it, and I did. I was like, I wonder if I should use it.
It makes me feel like I'm in a printmaking class again.
Damn it, I
Like,
did
because
pick
I
her
deal
up
like
there.
the acids and stuff. I'm adding a pansy table DIY. I don't know if you have it already, but I'm adding a pansy table DIY to your table of DIYs.
Maybe, but I can check it out.
Item.
Let me know if you find my glowing tree spot, because I haven't been able to find it yet.
Alright. Here is the pirate stuff to catalog. Oh, no, you know what? I'm gonna drop this in front of Diego's house. Dynamic painting.
Oh yeah. He has to send that off to Chris.
Yes, he does.
I'm pretty sure I got him a double of that one. I remember buying it again.
Well, that's what Diego said, so. Diego's house is over her.
Apparently I have exactly 10 lilies.
Oh, I see some lilies here that haven't been plucked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm in front of Diego's house, so. There's one right here.
Oh, is there? Oh! Okay, that's not supposed to be there. That probably grew from one of the rainy days or something, and I didn't notice it. Alright, we got 11.
Next.
Okay, 10. Okay. Oh,
Alright.
I found the second spot of weed regrow, so that's nice. It's Bo's the bottom house.
I was just about to ask.
My mind went in a quick remembrance mode. We're doing a shit ton of things today. Oh, okay, so internet is theoretically fixed. It's still Spectrum, so I expect downtimes. Oh, I only needed 6. Why did I go all hard?
You can almost make 2.
Almost. Let's do it. Oh, here, you want my extra ones?
Oh, it's fine.
That way you can make your own.
Dark lily crowns.
Teach me the ways of the dark. I've given them all.
I love that your deer is a lazy deer, and my deer is also a lazy deer.
Yeah.
We have different deer.
He's not a deer, I keep thinking he is, but, what's his name? The blue one.
Sherb?
Sure, I keep thinking he's a deer, but he's a goat, yeah. He's also lazy, so they get along a lot.
What is this outfit you have on, Kit Kat? It looks so proper.
I know, I think it's a luchador, like...
The mariachi?
Yeah, something like that. Not luchador, yeah. Mariachi. I'm saying it wrong.
Moriarchis.
Moriarchis. Oh, yeah. I don't know who gave it to him, or when, but he started wearing it, and I was like, oh, that's cute. It's like a general.
General Kit Kat. I thought you were moved, Savannah.
Nope, she's still here. I think she's the only remaining. Like, not as...
The OGs.
Yeah. It's Kit Kat and her are the oldest here. So I gave each of the houses a wreath of the ones that I have available, which is exactly 10. Or no, I have like maybe 11, but one of them I use on my own door, which is the blue wreath. The fruit wreath is probably the cheating, though, because, like, that was mainly... So, okay. I had a weird story.
Stick wreath, though.
Huh?
There's a stick wreath cheating?
No, it doesn't look like a wreath right away for me, visually, like compared to everyone else's, so I don't use it as like
Clearly,
a.
Marshall gets the preferential treatment of
I
the gold
know.
rose.
He got the first one. Oh, he's home. I wonder if he's sick. He hasn't been sick. Nobody's been sick in a long time. Which is good. No one's been sick.
Yeah. No one's been sick, yeah.
Hey, Marshall. I got most of them saying okie dokie coolio. And I think cool. No, I haven't done cool yet.
I should just give up on trying to get them to say their original saying, I think.
Is Dom's original Indeedarino or Adidaroo?
Sure, I don't know.
Because that's what he says.
Okay, let me see. Dom, Animal Crossing. Indeedaroo.
Okay. Because
in Japan, his thing is a sniff sniff.
Sniff, sniff. Well, he is crying all the time.
His Japanese catchphrase is... Oh, no, his Japanese catchphrase is fun fun, which can be translated to or the onomatopoeia. No, it ends in a C, so it's like an adjective.
Oh, like an onomatopoeic?
Yes.
Okay. I'm like trying to see how you would say that. Like,
it's difficult. Sniff sniff. This could be a reference to his always sad expression.
Yeah. He's done the little quiver, the shin quiver for me once, and it was adorable.
Oh, you have someone camping here today.
Yeah. It's a green teddy bear.
You have Murphy?
I think. I don't even remember if I talked to him.
I want Murphy.
Can't you talk to him to move in?
No.
Oh, really? I thought... Because I thought Swanson was like, don't talk to him to mess it up or something when he had somebody over. I think it was like the red squid. I thought you could talk to people too.
Not to move them in.
Because I know...
Bernice is foaming from the mouth. I want Murphy. And it's weird because I already have 2 cranky people, but like, I don't know.
Wait, if
Murphy doesn't have an amiibo card. That's the thing. It's not that he doesn't have an amiibo card. He's one of those old characters that came back, so he's in the super rare set, the Welcome Amiibo set. So, you know what'd be great if you lived at my island, Murphy.
I thought you could keep talking to him until he eventually does.
He says he's so comfortable here, and he could stay here forever.
Because I think...
I've got a similar place, Murphy.
Let me tell you about this island, Tatarui.
Let me push you out and into a plane. How about that? You'll never leave.
He'll probably kick out one random person. But everyone you have at least amiibos for, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't have Murphy.
And I'm not keeping these pirate things, right? I'm just picking them up.
Yeah. Murphy, we could be together, Murphy.
Because Diego just kept talking to Alice, and she eventually moved in.
Right, but this was on your island.
Yeah.
You can't go to someone else's campground and try to snatch them.
That seems a little dumb. I mean, I could try and talk to him after you leave, and see if he kicks out Savannah, and then I'll have him move out eventually for you.
You can, but you'd have to do that off stream just because of the whole he might choose someone else.
Yeah, but well, I just can force quit if he picks somebody I don't want.
Yeah.
So
not a lot of people know that though.
And then I don't know where I want to drop it.
You're missing gold roses in your rainbow garden.
I know. I didn't. Number wise, it would make it an odd number to fit them.
Yes.
And they didn't really match green.
They really don't.
Sorry, yellow. And I figured I have enough of them decorated elsewhere. Like, I could have put it in the spot where the green mum is, but the green mum looks better, like, visually.
Mm-hmm.
I might get rid of my turnip garden. I think I'm done with turnips.
Oh, you're starting to get your rocks in.
No, they're all there now.
Oh, snap.
I separated them. I had a learning experience of how many spots I did not realize were spots, though.
Oh, yes. Yes.
They're all here. So originally, the two top ones were the first ones to show up. Mm-hmm. And they were identical. Like, they were copies of each other. And I was like, no, I can't have this. So I got rid of it. And I did it again. And they're still similar, but they're not identical copies.
Some person did his rock garden on Reddit, and it was like 6 of the exact same rocks.
Jeez. Yeah, at least these are, I think, well, the bottom right and the top left, or top right are the same. But since they're far enough away, you don't notice it. And everything's situated in a way that I can either put an item down or dig a hole, for example, right here to do the stationary use.
Yeah.
And I learned the other day that you cannot hit rocks when people are over.
Yep.
I was like, why is anything happening? I was like, did someone already scavenge or like harvest my rocks?
Nope.
But yeah, I kind of want to move some of the rocks around because I don't like how it's making a face here.
I didn't even notice, but now it can't be unseen.
It's really hard for me to unsee it. Like the mouth and then the two rocks here look like earlobes, like earrings, like a very like.
Oh, native... like it's like one of those like what the when they stretch out the earlobe.
Yeah. Like Amazonian, I think. Also has.
I do not but yes. And then it's just one of those like long necks.
Yeah.
Buddha.
So like
Could
this
be Buddha.
Looks fine. This is whatever. This one looks pretty organized. But since numbers of rocks are like 6, I wanted it to look still kind of like a natural move around or like area. I may find a new design for the Zen garden to match the type of yellow the sand is.
Oh, I mean, a lot of people have made the sand, so
Yeah, because that way it doesn't look obvious that they're not the same color. I know Zen gardens are usually like this light yellow or light beige, but it bothers me enough that there's a square, a very visible square. And like everything else looks fine as far as rocks go. I thought I had more rock designs, but I found out when I was doing this I only had like 3.
Can I fish in this tiny little thing?
I've seen when Huck was here, he was doing it.
I don't think I can.
But yeah, I can see if I can kick out, because Savannah has a regular card, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not torn if she doesn't. I mean, if I was going to get her back, I'd rather have her with a real environment.
Yes.
I would like Kit Kat too, but I don't want to get rid of our Kit Kat either. As
so his actual house looks dumb. It's like a rooftop like basketball court.
Oh. Alright. Oh. Dang it, it's already past noon. I forgot to check the turnip prices. Well, mine has already fallen dramatically, but... Can I assess fossils at least while you're here?
I don't know. Let me know, because I also have fossils on me.
Let me see.
Oh, right. Museum's this way.
A part of me, Buddha? Oh, yeah, I guess it could be like a Buddha. A very skinny-necked Buddha. I know, I'm sorry. He wants me to order food. What do I want? Let me see.
I don't know who to get rid of for Murphy, though.
Oh, yeah, because you had yours pretty set.
I have to get rid of someone cranky. So, Hopper or Walt? Should I get rid of the penguin or the kangaroo?
I'm not a fan of how the kangaroos look. But... Oh, but your guy kind of looks like a samurai, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he does let you assess a fossil.
Okay, good, because I've got fossil sources. What? How are you gonna be like, our collection is not yet complete? Dude, you've done nothing for your collection. You're not even like the curator. You literally accept everything. Oh, can I not? Oh, I can't.
Oh, not hit at another place.
I can't. Yeah, I can't. I cannot have him assess.
Let me see. Oh, so, okay. This week, outside of work, has been frustrating with work included. Because... So, I remember how I was having internet problem and I was, like, just upgraded.
Mm-hmm.
And I upgraded, like, what, I want to say almost a month now ago.
Okay.
And the day I upgraded was the same day I changed my new router. / modem. It's a 2-in-1.
Okay.
I set it up manually where you connect everything and connect it directly to a computer as like your hub to set up the IP and everything. Mm-hmm. Not the IP, but go into the IP to change passwords and everything. And then I called them directly, or when you do that and you open a browser, it immediately opens up Spectrum to activate your product. So I activated it too. And registered it, all that jazz. And then I went to... I called Spectrum to do it over the phone as well, to get everything for sure connected. She took the MAC address, she took the information, I asked her if this looks right, and everything seemed to be good. So, it should be registered.
Right.
I had 2 ways for sure to do it. And the first guy who came in, remember he was scheduled outside of me, like I didn't schedule him to come in, but he came in. So I asked him, "Hey, I don't know what you're here for."
Right. And then you said, and he's like, "Oh, great,
I don't know why.
I don't know what I'm here for."
Yeah. So apparently he was supposed to inspect to see if we needed any new cables or anything like that, because it seems like I'm not getting the full extent of the data. It's locking out at a certain amount.
Okay.
Don't know why. It just was, and there was nothing on their end they could figure out why it wasn't going, nothing on our end, so on and so forth. The cables are all brand new here. They're Cat 8, the highest possible speed to go through an Ethernet cable at the moment, I think. They might be.
I thought they stopped at Cat 6. Jeez.
I did too, and then I looked it up and found a bunch of, like, a really good, like, 3-pack from Amazon. I need to get longer cables, though.
I mean, for cables, I usually go Monoprice, then Amazon, but, dude, Cat 8?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was like for like serious commercial shit.
And like they're really, really heavy duty cables too. But they're like a 6 foot? They're not very long. But I got a 10 or 15 foot for the PlayStation, and that's the one I kind of bounced between the Switch and mine.
Right.
And so I know all this is there. And then every time I talk about with the router and speed, every single person I talk to is all like, "Are you sure you got the right router?" I was like, every modern day router should be able to first output at 400 megabits per second.
Yep.
That is so small. Second, like, you think I just bought some like 2000 freaking modem? Like, what do you mean? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me why that was even an option in people's minds. But every single person talks to me like that. Even the person over the phone, and then like one of my friends when we were playing Destiny 2, or you met Art, and I was like, no, it's a gigabyte. It literally advertises itself as a gigabyte, like download, upload kind of router. Yeah, you modem. Can't. Like, it's almost a standard, and not only that, it's the same exact model.
Frustrated when people are just like, "Well, come on, well, like, have you tried turning it off and on?" Like,
and like. I get it if the problem persists and they're like, "Oh, there has to be something maybe on my end I missed." I get it. You kind of have to hit every avenue. But, like, so I bought the exact same model that my previous employer bought for me for this purpose. So unless their tech guy who is being paid to do this for a living, like, used the wrong model, I don't understand. And so, like, every single person, the first question is what kind of model, blah, 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 and all that. And they're like, oh, yeah, it's totally possible to do that. And I was like, yeah, no. Like,
so why isn't it?
Why isn't it? Why is it always locking out at 200? And finally, the next technician, I schedule him, they come in. And they said something about reinstalling cables and all that stuff. He's like, well, that's if we need to, but I have to figure out what the problem is. So he goes outside, he scans it, and he's like, yeah, on my device is able to go up into the gigabytes, and it doesn't want to go over 200, and I don't know why. And so he checks inside, and he does that for a while, and then he eventually calls his, like, higher-ups or representatives and stuff. And they're like, yeah, no, they have this and that. And occasionally he'll come in and he's like, you're Sasha Palacio, right? I was like, yeah, that's me. And then he's like, this is the right address. Okay, And then he's like, all right. And then it's a lot of back and forth, but eventually he gets it done. And he comes out, and he's like, okay, you are outputting at 400 megabits down and 20 up. I was like, oh, perfect. And I was like, he's like, so what was it? Like, what was the problem? And he said that my router was never registered under this place.
What?
I was like, what? What do you mean? Like, I sat with two people. Like, it wasn't just me. Like, I could have accidentally exited out too soon before I was done registering or something like that. But I did it over the phone with somebody. I gave them that MAC address. I even confirmed it later on the website. So
that person did absolutely nothing.
Like, I don't know. Like, something about maybe since both this router and my old company router were the exact same model, that the count didn't change the MAC address. So it was still locked to that previous router, even though I was still getting internet, which was also another miracle. And I was like, well, I mean, like, I gave them the MAC address. I even confirmed it with her. We reread it and everything. So why it didn't go through is beyond me.
What's the deal?
And so it was outputting that speed, but for that router, but even though it's not connected and it's not in this house, I don't even know if it's being used actively right now. We didn't get it. So I was like, okay, well, I'm glad that's fixed, and that was stupid. Like, I was so frustrated. But now we're getting paid for what we're actually getting what we paid for.
That's good.
I was like, well, I did have, like, literally a month of not the coverage I paid for, and I'm paying for it. So I called and asked to get
if you could
prorated,
credit.
Yeah, a refund, and they did. So it'll come in next paycheck, or next bill. But still, nice. I got prorated, so I was like, okay, I feel a little better. And then, the same week, we were supposed to have someone inspect the hole in our wall for the heater. And It turns out, so this guy was supposed to come in at noon. He comes in at 9 in the morning.
That is a time.
And we're like, yeah, we aren't prepared for you. Like, we don't have anything out of the way, because Diego's desk is in front of that hole.
Yes.
And so we're like, well, I mean, if you want to give us some time. And he's like, yeah, because I have to inspect the windows, this and that. And he has a whole list of things he has to inspect. And like, we were only told about this hole. We don't have this, like, nothing's out of the way for you to inspect. He has to also get into the basement, so we have to move everything from the closet.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm like, oh my god.
It's at 9 in the morning.
Yeah, and like, so we eventually say, yeah, we can't. We have to reschedule. And Halika even, like, confirmed with them that, like, we set it up for this time, and they swapped us with another person. So either they did that with the other person and then forgot to inform us. But either way, we're like, okay, so we got to get rid of... now the need for storage unit is way more, like, high in this sense. So now today, at some point, we have to not only do laundry that we put off for like 3 weeks, but we have to go get a storage unit. So we could start... I mean, we wanted one for a while because we have so many figurines that we don't have space to put down anyway. And to get rid of things that are, like, seasonal locked.
Right.
And so we gotta do that. We have to clear out the majority of the boxes because they're all things that we don't use. Daisy, or not Daisy, forgot her name. Molly is asleep in her house, standing up.
I love that. When it's just like,
It makes it mean that I can leave without them here.
Buy it, Bernice. I didn't want to, like, buy it without asking. Diego, jeez. I've been on the screen for, like...
Oh, you could buy whatever's in the store right now, because I'm not... I wasn't going to buy any of it.
Okay. I'm not even sure if I'm going to use it, but it's mine now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Diego was looking at me. Look at this room.
But we have to do that today. We have to clean the house at some point this week because we scheduled them for Friday next week. Um, and if they inspect the house and realize the house needs more repairs than it is intended, luckily we're not paying for it. This is all covered by the renter. Well, that's how
Or the landlord.
Yeah, and the city. But it does mean we might be down for a while on a lot of different things. And this week in particular, both me and Diego have been working overtime, so it was just a shit show of things, one after another. And we have to eventually, or we set it back up on Monday, but we have to take Kita to the vet because she's really starting to show her age now.
Oh.
So we're like, ugh. I hope it's not something terrible, but she's definitely old. Because she's from like random diarrhea bouts to not peeing correctly in the box to sleeping all day, not really doing anything. Her tail never comes up. It's always like permanently down.
Aw.
And like you could feel her spine. She just feels like it's weird because she's still chubby or floofy and stuff, but her spine is like and hip are pronounced. Which last time we were at the vet,
Is that like a loss of muscle or something?
No, he said that when they get old, that just kind of happens. Like old people.
You have the DIY for the pitfall seat?
Yeah, I get those a lot actually.
It's a different color than the other DIY recipes.
Oh, is it?
Why?
I've never noticed.
Okay, let me drop it. But it looks to be a different. Or
is
no,
it just
I'm lying. I'm lying.
Like
Maybe it was a shade. It was a
Okay.
shade. I'm learning this. Now I can prank my villagers, and they'll never know it was me.
Yeah,
what
that's
do you
like
need for a pitfall seed?
I don't remember actually. I don't think I've ever built it. So let me go talk to or go to my ATM. But yeah, it was yeah, a lot of little
Just
things.
weeds and sticks? That makes no sense, but okay.
We had to buy pee pads for Kita because she keeps peeing outside of the box, like right outside of it. And this woman pees up a fucking river. It gets everywhere, and I'm like, motherfucker! Like, god damn it.
Yeah, Rowan is still not quite there.
He's learning. But the pee pads are like, it's almost like now that they're there, she purposely uses them, and it's frustrating now. And I'm like,
it's like you have to like shrink it and put it more and more underneath the box until it's just like I am peeing on the pee pad. It just happens to be underneath the box.
Yeah.
You know?
I like we're also kind of using it as like a safety net just so it doesn't go past it. But it's like it's so many things. And since we swapped it out with the pad that used to be there, which is for like grabbing the cat litter off their feet, cat litter is dragging a little more further out because there's nothing for it to grab off of their feet. And like it's just one thing after another this week has been just getting frustrating. But I'm hope she's fine, but at the same time I know he's just probably going to be like, well, she's old, and things are going to start, not working the way it should.
Oh, this is the pansy table.
I just hope it's not like $1,000 fucking ticket for them to tell me that.
I hate that, because last time it was $1,000. No, it was $120-something for them to tell me that Lewis ate some weed again.
Yeah.
I was like, and I just didn't want to be like, last time he ate weed, you guys didn't charge me anything. Why are you charging me? I just don't want to come off as like, my dog constantly eats weed.
He clearly has a problem.
Clearly has a problem. And I clearly still can't recognize the signs of him being high on weed.
Or just really out of it, yeah. Like, is he sick or is he on weed?
But yeah, it's just like... it's like, you guys didn't do that last time. Why are you charging me this time?
Yeah, it's like, fuck. I get it that they're using a lot of equipment to find out exactly what's going on. But,
it was just checking vitals, man! Vitals!
Alright, so once you leave, I'll go ahead and talk to this guy. Excuse me. See if he wants to kick out Sahara. I don't know who I would replace her with, though.
Well, you can literally look up, like, the catalog of... Is this a moon that's just randomly hanging out right here?
In the river up top.
Yes.
Down below it looks alright. I was hoping it was pushed forward, but you can't have it that close to the edge. Well, no, you could. I think it's because you could see the edge of the floor, so I wanted to look like it was floating. So I put it in a certain way. But yeah, we have a
Used
lot
my
of...
vaulting stick in so long that I'm like, how do I use this?
Like, I sort of wish we didn't have anything to do, because I want to just relax from this week. But the,
Yeah, I somehow managed to get myself stuck in the one spot that I can't move around in. Okay.
Oh, on the moon itself?
No, it's I was climbing down, right? And I climbed down on the side of your house. So I'm blocked by the bridge and the bush.
Oh.
Alright, I'm fine. I'm out. Problem solving. Alright, did I have everything? Alright. Alright. I shall
Diego said
take
he's
my
going
leave.
to write to each of your villagers to warn them about the pitfall.
You can't write to my villagers directly. You can only write to me, and I will make sure they will never get that letter.
I told you how I sent an empty letter to Sahara once. Or Savannah, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And,
They love it. They love it when you send them stuff, even if there's nothing in it.
yeah, but, like, she was horribly concerned. I think I saved it because it was hilarious. Oh, apparently Molly's a huge, book nerd.
All the normal, personality people are.
Oh. Yeah, because she sent... Whoop, that's not why I wanted to come back.
I'm also concerned that, Eric, the lazy deer, found something black underneath his bed and then sent it to me, and it was a fossil. I'm just like, why you got fossils underneath your bed, man?
And what? To just manifest?
The hell I can.
Yeah, it's the exciting part of making sure he doesn't kick out anyone else.
Oh, I gotta decide if between Walt and
Hold on just a sec. Let's see. I think I saved it.
I think my oldest villager on my island right now is Pietro. I have no idea who I want to replace Pietro with, but it needs to be someone smug. So I don't know.
Oh, he's a smug. The cat Raymond is smug, right?
Yeah, but I don't. He doesn't have a Mabel card, so
Yeah, and he's hard. He's not easy to find at all.
no. So
All right, there. Molly said, "Just imagine, Blue. I've always dreamed about living inside a library. I pictured myself surrounded by shelf after shelf of books stacked up to the ceiling. In a home like that, it's impossible to run out of reading material."
nice.
Was this on it?
I have some funny ones saved. The jock ones. They're always like, "Hey, like, you know, you don't have to overdo it, right?" I was just like, "Yes. What are you trying to say?"
Yeah, here's the Savannah one where I sent her a blank message and just gave her an item, and she's like, "You probably didn't mean to, but you mailed a note to me without anything written on it. I tried to treat it as a mystery that I had to solve, and guess at what you meant to say, but I'm at a loss. You stumped me, Savannah." I was like, "I just sent you shit. Just take it. It ain't special." Ugh, I hate that. I wish I could close the gates from like my menu.
Yes. Or just call with the phone.
Yeah. Hey, I forgot your name. The
Wilbur.
Wilbur. There you go. Close the gates. I still have one more, I think, ramp that I could build.
I can build one more bridge, but I do not know where to build it. Nope.
Okay, so
There
that
it
means tomorrow I gotta figure out how to get, or who to, do I want to do Nook Miles or do I just want to look up online and buy it from somebody?
Oh no, I just walked past Hopper. He could be.
He feels it. Well, there's a bear of every personality, right?
Huh?
Is there a bear or bear cub?
Not of every personality. There's no smug bear cub.
Oh.
I thought about it. And then there's only one snooty bear cub, and that's one of the new ones, Judy, who looks weird to me. She's like
Oh, the
purple and
galaxy one?
blue and pastel,
Yeah.
and with the galaxy eyes. Yeah. So
She's growing on me just because I keep watching, like, videos of, like,
I don't know. Her eyes look
blooper
weird to me.
They do. They're very, like, super shonen, like, anime eyes. He's a cute little bear otherwise.
Yeah.
Murphy, hey, about we play a game. Oh, dang it. If you win, I'll give you my concierge uniform. What do you say, Malarkey? Sure.
Yeah, I think he says malarkey because he's green, and it's like Irish or something.
Malarkey? Oh, wasn't it, like, always the same card?
No, it's not. I know that because I spent like a day trying to get rid of who did I get to move in? Oh, Pico. Yes, it took me like a day to get Pico to move in, and I thought for sure she would always have a club, because like the first like 5 times she had a club, and then she started tricking me. I was just like, Pico, I need you to not be like this.
You should. There you go. That didn't take long to talk to you. I just had to lose a game. I don't think my buddies would understand if I just deserted him. Oh, he wants to play another game. Jesus. Alright.
Turn up prices! 44 bells!
I'm just gonna pick the same one again, guy. Oh my god, please. I'm gonna say spade again, because I like spade. It's diamond again. I should have just guessed. I don't need your combat helmet. I really don't need any more stuff in my house, please.
It's only slightly sticky. Or whatever they always say.
Yeah. Welcome home then. Just move it.
And now is when we restart.
Alright, he's calling. No, he wants to play another game. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna keep hitting spade. If it's diamond again. Okay, it's hard. I don't even know what you were wagering. Oh, was it to move here? Is that what you were wagering?
This is us paying attention.
Now he's not asking any questions, he's just talking. You're moving here! Okay. He said he had a dream.
Of moving here?
Yeah. Do it!
His dream, and I'm telling it now, is to move to Tataru.
Welcome home then. Very passive aggressive with him. Alright, he's calling. Please not Bo. Or Marshall.
Or it's just Savannah, really.
Just Savannah, please. Just take out Savannah.
That sounds like an assassin. Just take out Savannah. I need to get started on making all the pitfalls.
Okay, obviously. Have you heard anything? I have. Well then. No, not Alice. Well, yeah, not Alice.
Now you have to play all the games again. I'm sorry.
Well, it's because when he was Diego was doing this with Alice when she was moving in. She was like every time we talked, or the second time we talked to her was a lot shorter than the first time we talked to her to get. Because the first person she asked to move out was Bo. I think I told you. And like, I did my more comical, but I guess it was more believable.
No.
Or the no. Even though Bo's at least someone easier to get. It's Marshall, Sherb.
Marshall can get you. Marshall's a card.
Oh, yeah. I think
Dom you can't get. Sherb you can't get.
Yeah. Alright, coming back in. Because I think I still have to say okay, even though he named somebody, right?
No.
It's done after that.
Oh, actually, because then I think they don't try and move in. I think they'll just be like, okay. She said no.
Oh, but it still kicks out Alice because I made that look like she wants to leave. All I gotta do is I gotta remember to at least exit out immediately after he says something I don't want. Because
Yeah.
if I wait long enough for it to do autosave, I'm done.
Every 3 minutes. Go check Alice.
Well, here, I'll just talk to him because he would say. Yeah, he's talking about the island camping and stuff.
That was a typo. What did you mean to say? I didn't mean to sound forceful. I'm sure you're fine.
Oh, he wants to play a game? Okay, yeah, please do. Oh, why do I explain? You don't need to explain the card matching game. I just gotta pick one. Oh, it's different in the red. I just have to say red or black. You made it easier for me. Now it's a spade? You fuck. Keeps talking about campfires and camps. Sometimes you feel at home in a place. Okay, here we go. Ruffles my truffles. Moving ain't easy, buddy. I understand that. God, he loves playing games. Let's do red. Cool, I won something else.
Some of the things like I walked away from with. Damn it! Sorry, I just put one of my ice cream lamps away.
Oh, I was running around with the balloon to see if I can trip when I was with Helica. An extra balloon, so it wasn't like a loss.
I have yet to trip. I'm so mad.
It finally happened, and I was laughing my ass off. And then, I built the
the mask.
Yeah, the what is his name?
King
Tut.
Yeah.
There you go. And you trip almost immediately when you start running. And
Yeah.
I was just like falling all over the place eating it. And I was like, fuck.
I'm yet to trip naturally.
Okay, Diego.
I also don't want to like use 5 gold nuggets for the King Tut mask.
Yeah. Well, I still have the shit ton that, was it 8 weeks? No. Somebody gave me a bunch.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think it was 8 weeks. I do find it pretty hard to make this game exciting right now. Mainly because, like, I completely forgot about the Dreamland stuff. It's just not interesting to me.
I didn't think it was interesting on the 3DS. The
Like-
Dream Suite stuff. It made it so that you can visit other people's islands, but
But we already can do that. Like, I don't understand how it's very different outside of, like, someone has to be physically there. Like, the only the perk is, hey, people can visit my island when I'm not here. But, okay, they can't buy anything. They can't, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seems a little useless. It's almost just like if you want to show people who don't care to buy stuff to check out your
yeah, you're not there to trade.
Go check Wilson. I meant that one. I'll check Wilson. I'm sure he's
the other duck. That one's forceful. That came across forceful. That one.
So Alice is
The koala, right?
Yeah, and she was totally our. Like, we didn't realize she's kind of a movie star, or not movie star, a pop star.
Oh,
she was on the
got
cover.
The preppy. Yeah,
No, she was on the cover of Strolling, with
Okay.
KK song Strolling. I know each of these people, somebody is on a cover, but
Yeah, they are.
oh, well, Coulson's out about exploring the city or the island, so he's not moving.
He's definitely not moving boxes.
Jesus, my island's becoming so condensed that when I run too fast through it, it's loading actively.
You look thoughtful, Pietro.
I know
Now
this
you
is
look
hard,
happy.
but I want you to specifically push out Savannah. I heard she really doesn't want to move against her will.
Some of the people they choose, though, to be like, why would you think that? They're an amazing person. Thank you.
Thank y'all. I didn't see that.
Lexusoc. I want to say that's how you say it. Lexusoc. Thank you so much for the follow.
You are now an adorable Fanda, which makes you pretty hot and notoriously dangerously awesome.
Welcome to the Fanda fam.
Yes.
What did I come in here for? Oh, right. I was gonna sell stuff.
This guy, he wants to play games. He loves playing games. I don't need a moss ball. I already have some.
Or is it Lexus Alk? Lexus. Oh, it's probably Lexus Alk.
Oh, dang it. I wanted myself a moss ball. Yeah, I can't tell if it's one of those phonetic things where it's a name that makes it sound like you're saying something else.
I usually can figure out those names, but this one's
this
not.
one I can't hear it unless I'm just saying Lex, you sulk, you suck, kind of thing.
That sucks for Lex.
I
They
know.
suck apparently.
I'm sorry. I probably now ruined your name.
Swanson's always telling me to not ruin things, and then I constantly ruin things. So. By questioning things. Hopper keeps appearing, and I'm just like, you might be the next one to go, Hopper, and I just don't.
So I was gonna try and work on the Rat King design sometime this weekend, but I don't.
Should have done that this weekend.
I don't. Or this weekend? Did I say this weekend or next weekend?
For me, I should have done that this weekend. For
Oh, yes. Savannah! Sorry, I totally clicked ahead, but Savannah. Alright, go for it, yeah. She totally doesn't want to be here. So much so that she is always jumping on me to give me something new.
At least she wasn't Tammy with the fleas.
Oh my god. So, who... Dom came in and started having, like, fleas almost immediately. I was like, oh no, are you the new Tammy? And then Diego's like, he brought it in from the other island.
He's unclean. Maybe I should have Walt or Hopper move out, because then all my bears would be together. Because here's Maple, here's Cherry, and here's Pico, and it'll just be a bear quarter.
It's the bear quarter. The teddy bears have the picnic. I told you the teddy bear picnic song or whatever has the same tempo as the songbird. The dun, 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 dun. And it's like and I didn't realize it at first until every morning whenever I would wake up to my alarm, because it's the songbird sound
Right.
alarm. I would suddenly just start singing the teddy bears have their picnic, and I was like, why? Like, what is coming up? Why is this coming up? And it's because subconsciously I was remembering that every time.
Would you kindly?
Do I have black rose already? I don't know if I have a black rose crown, but might as well keep the black rose I accidentally plucked. Welcome to Nook's Cranny. So now that he was the newest to move in, he's not going to want to move out for a bit, right?
Correct.
Unless I get a card, but the only person I can think of that I might want is Raymond.
Mm-hmm.
but
And that doesn't have a card.
he doesn't have a card. Yeah, I rarely look at ones that do have cards. So Savannah is no more.
He like clicked so fast that you wouldn't even have known if it was someone else. He said.
I saw it for a hot second, and then he says it again.
Something about night clowns. Hey, rejects.
Hey.
Morning. Even though it's nearly 2.
Still feels like morning though.
It does.
I'm gonna drop off something, and then you mind if I drop by your town?
I do not mind. I will open the gate.
Let me go put away.
After, yeah, especially in this weather. Okay, so my tablet was telling me that Ridgefields was having excessive heat warning, and I was just like, no, we're not.
No, what, 80?
Apparently it might be like 99 to 100 today, but I just want to still be like, no, we're not.
It's probably pretty humid too.
Actually, hasn't been rainy at all.
It's the end times, guys. Excuse me. Been good. I remodeled my bathroom. Not
How have you two been? Got my hair cut.
Oh, I actually haven't seen it because I'm not watching live stream.
Diego said nothing. Nothing.
Oh yeah, it's so much shorter.
Yeah.
You got all the reds out, which is... It's funny because it's not like...
There are some pieces where I can tell that they still have like the bleach on them.
Yeah, it's very small, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's very small, and only I would notice them. And I guess what's been weird though is a lot of my coworkers have been coming up to me and like touching my hair and had been saying like, "Your hair is getting really long, Bernice," and I just wouldn't be like, "Okay, yeah, so quarantine hair. Why are you touching my hair?"
Yeah. Don't touch me. God, that frustrated the heck out of me when I was a kid.
These are old. I just don't understand. I'm just like, you're touching my hair. Not that my hair is like delicate or whatever, but just like that's not cool.
I always feel like the hair like holds onto bacteria and stuff.
Currently writing an ekphrastic poem. What is an ekphrastic poem? Oh yeah, I was gonna change clothes. That's what I was doing. Oh, but if you're coming over, I can't change clothes. All right.
I'm not there yet, so I'm gonna go talk to Savannah. She's been here long enough. She lived here for however long I've had this game. But now you'll actually get a house that's yours, not a generic, normal house. She's like, sorry to spring this up on you, but I'm moving. Oh, I know.
Sorry to spring this on you, Savannah. You're moving. I cannot scare this you'll away for the life of me.
Possibly about or complimenting a picture. In response to a picture. Oh, interesting. Never heard that word before.
So, like, any comment on an Instagram ever?
Well, it has to be a poem, though.
Okay. Well, I mean, does it have a specific structure? Because I recently saw that thing on Facebook where they're like, oh, Emily Dickinson like wrote all her poems in like common meter,
Yeah.
so you can just sing it using the Pokemon theme song. And so it's like really weird with like the poems are stuff.
Roger, roger.
Let's get into waving position. Huh. I think here's good.
I'm always somewhere else on my island when people come by. Is that Shrefred?
I should try and get somebody's picture before moving them. I don't have anybody's picture yet, but that's because I rarely give people things.
I've been much more active on giving stuff, mainly because it's whenever I'm clearing out my items.
Mm-hmm.
But
But
how many?
I don't give them things because I don't want to ruin their houses.
Yeah, that too. So most of what I've been giving everyone is based on a theme, like if it matches the furniture they currently have, or it's something that they like. But I try to keep it pretty consistent. I don't like to.
Yeah. So I think I mean, if I'm gonna start giving people things, I think I'm just gonna start giving them fruit or money. Because they never display money, they never display fruit. And it doesn't, like, go into some, like, hidden cache of things that, like, if you give them too much furniture because they don't use wall-mounted furniture, but if you give them too much wall-mounted furniture, stuff in their house just starts disappearing. And they don't replace it because they can't use wall-mounted furniture.
Oh,
It's just like, yo. So, cash or fruit?
Can I check out your DIY stuffs? And the
Of
things you have
course.
on the side?
It's not as big as your selection. I'm gonna let you know right now.
Man, I fill up all my tables within like 2 to 3 days in the week. And I'm always like, I want people to come by to check them out. I've been a little more assertive as far as like not keeping ones that everybody should have, like the simple DIY table and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because I get a lot of those.
Okay, well, the items there are the pirate stuff that you already cataloged.
Oh, I don't have the line.
And then the poop is for Swanson.
Okay. I think I have a bamboo sphere and cardboard table. Can I learn the log pack and the stone knife?
Sure.
'Cause I know I don't have those. Yay, more decoration for the garden. Wait, what was it? I was gonna check.
The store, I think, maybe?
Oh, do you have
Oh,
anyone
and then
building
if-
anything?
No one's visiting.
Oh, building.
The
sorry.
camp. It was the pansy table.
Ah.
Maple's building pansy table.
Oh, you have some cute stuff here. But I have them all. Not this version of the stereo, but I don't have anywhere else to put any more stereos.
I would like some sort of wall-mounted stereo, if that was possible.
I want more wall-mounted things in general. Because, like,
Yeah.
I wish we can make shelves and put things on those shelves.
Yeah, there are wall shelves, but they're just decorative.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
just
it's so frustrating. I've been buying bulks of 5 of each of the
the papers.
Wallpaper?
Me too.
I think
Oh,
I've
for the
already
wallpaper
looked around.
or the gift wrap?
Gift wrap, sorry.
Okay.
Because I haven't been using them, but I figured if I have them, at least I know I can use them later.
Okay, so I have, of my rock garden, now that I'm looking at the rocks, I have... Okay, 3 of these rocks are the same rock, I think.
Oh, yeah.
That's half of them. I think these 2 are also the same. This is the only unique rock, is this one.
But you
I
have
hate
enough
that you
stuff in
can-
between where they're kind of obscure. Oh, you have the double rocks that are duplicates, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, ah. Sorry, I keep yawning.
It's okay.
And I can't
I'm
go back
gonna-
to sleep.
I wish I could have gone back to sleep.
Sometimes that's my motivator. Remember I told you how, like, what I'm gonna eat the next day is a motivator for me? The other is coming back home to sleep. Like, having my... Because I remember...
so weird. I'm just like, it's gonna be so great to put my head on my pillow.
Yeah. It's like...
And then I pass out on, like, the couch.
It's like, I gotta just make it. I gotta make it to the end of the day. Oh, this is a different sushi chef outfit.
Oh, I haven't even checked my clothes. Or have I? I forget. Oh, I don't think I did.
Oh, you have an Audai. I think I bought one.
Oh, the Vietnamese wedding dress?
Yes. I think I bought a white and a blue one.
I have a yellow one.
You have the power helmets. The, like, Zeta Man kind of thing. Not a fan of the color combinations. I'll go for black usually if I don't see a blue. I like the all black high tops. I just wish they had a black with the white rubber version too.
Oh yeah, like the actual classic Chuck.
Yeah, because like, to wear it with things that would match it. Because if it's just all gray, it just looks like a regular dark shoe.
Yep.
These are cute.
I do like the silhouette it gives though. It's smaller than like the sneakers.
Yeah. The sneakers are just outrageously large.
No structure usually. Okay, so do you have a picture in mind for your poem, Reject?
Where did I have this one? I'm trying to see if I have this one. Typically, if it's clothes, I most likely kept it. Unless it's a color I don't want. So I always go and check my inventory to see. Yeah, I've got
For
it.
the catalog, yeah.
Ooh, what music?
Oh, the
do we have?
publication has solicited the call provided. Oh, okay.
KK space. They have KK. Or is it Space KK? That's what it is. So
It's Space KK. That is the
alright, I
thing
have
right
the
now.
two. Yeah. So I've come to the point where I have to request songs specifically from him. I've been doing it with oh, I don't think I ever bought your Deborah sweater. Or quote bought.
Oh, you don't have space for the.
Oh, I have it in the clothing. I have space.
Oh,
I want this design. It's the other squares or whatever.
oh, okay. Carry on.
Please choose a spot you want to place it. I'll put yours at the bottom with all the unique designs that I didn't design myself. A lot of the characters that wear dresses, so like Molly and Alice, I think.
Okay.
Oh, and Mary. They occasionally walk around with the AJ dress.
I think one. Who was it that walked around the AJ dress? I forgot. But I think it was one of the bears.
We have a better chance of catching something when we're at our friend's house, right? For Friend's Island.
Not. Depends on the bug, I think.
I just need to. Yeah, I did the flip.
Oh, are you trying to get an isopod?
Yes.
Dude, that was like a 10-15 minute chase for me. That I got so tired.
Like, I was chasing two that I thought might have been it, because I didn't check the size prior. But it was, both times was the fucking, whatchamacallit.
The clam?
Yeah. Well, you're not moving, so you're not one of them.
Oh, so it's gonna have the most amount of bubbles, I think, is the large ones.
Well, it's a medium in size, but it's a very fast. I think this would be a medium if it moved really fast.
Draft done. We'll look it over later on today. That's good, because there's things I've like thought of before, and then I'm like, I'm gonna come back to it, and then I go back to it, I'm like, this is complete crap. Not that I'm saying your poem is complete crap, but it's a good idea to relook at your work.
Because, yeah, desperation or, like, time crunch really... Rarely does it come out with, like, magnificent pieces of art. Oh, so I wrote up all the emails for work regarding everything that's happened in the last 24 hours.
Uh-huh.
But they frown upon sending them after hours, which at the time I wrote these, it would have been like midnight almost.
Okay.
So I have them in drafts, ready for me to, drop them off coming. Like, I'm gonna probably do it at like 6 in the morning or something, like way before anyone comes into work.
Yeah, I feel like I could always utilize like that. Like, send this at this time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just got a scallop, but...
Can you do that with the Apple Mail or whatever mail?
I have no clue.
Because I can't find it. I don't know where it is. I know Gmail does it.
Yeah, but then like the emails I usually send in Gmail are not like time sensitive or whatever. So
yeah, because I would love to just set it up to do it for me. But I take my pills at like 6 in the morning and then 8:30, so I figured I could turn it on at one of those 2 times. Oh, you're moving but ever so slowly. Huh.
It's probably a squid or octopus.
Because I do notice that they have like a rhythm to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the rhythm of the isopod is "bitch, get back here."
Wow,
that is what I call it.
Almost walking right into me, and I almost caught it.
Yeah, and then I told Swanson, and Swanson's like, just chase it into a corner. I'm like, I don't know how you are dictating where they're going, but I cannot seem to do that.
Most of my time chasing, like, because I've only chased the Giga clams, is trying to predict which way they might go, and then kind of offset my swimming in that direction to hope that they run into me.
Yeah. But it's not very clear, because it's like that green, like, dust? Poop? I don't know what it is. The gas cloud?
Yeah.
So true. Oh.
No, you're moving too slow. Too slow. No, that like by the time I realize they're a fast swimming thing, they're basically halfway gone.
Giant isopod. Oh, they are available right now. That's the worst thing about the giant isopod. It's not like just one window, it's 2 windows.
What?
A giant isopod is available?
Yeah, because it's like, what, 9 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon? And then
then 9 in the evening to 4 in the morning.
So, like, every time I mean, technically I play on actively, at least in the morning, because that's when, like, meetings and stuff are going on. So I just, pop in and just do my dailies. But I never stop to try and swim, because this is a little more dedicated. Because I have to pay attention to it. And, by the time I do realize, I could probably take a break and do this real quick, it's already, like, past 4.
Yeah. I hate it when I've tried to search for something and it's like 4:03, and I'm like, damn it!
And by the time it's 9 o'clock at night, I'm probably not playing anymore.
Yeah.
Or I've made the decision to stop. Okay, you're not moving at all, so... The more tedious a task is, the least likely I'm going to sit down and do it for a little bit, because I'm just not in the mood. Like, trying to find the big stag, or whatever it is. The giant stag.
Yeah, but didn't you say you got one?
I got it, but... Like, for several nights, I was basically, it's 11 o'clock, and I just start running around, or not running, because that would make it go away, but I would basically just slowly peruse my fucking island, and slowly checking out the trees, and it just became so tedious.
Yes, and my orchard looks nice, but it is a bitch to travel through.
Yeah.
And more often than not, I try and, like, ready up my net, and what I end up doing is I shake a tree, and then the bug goes away.
Yeah. Come on, all of these are like super slow swimmers. I keep thinking, also, whenever I do decide, I think it's because I base time allotted to do something on whether or not I'm just kind of waiting. So whenever I open my gates for people when they want to sell, I'm like, oh, maybe I can go look for the isopod during that time. And then I'm like, no, that's a very bad idea.
Yeah, because they can leave, or they can,
Or if they fly in while I was doing it. Oh,
Yeah.
I just got a scallop. What's his name will come to me here. I forgot to do that too. Getting the scallops. I stopped for a bit.
I just got a scallop because I dove for like a minute, and I was like, wait. Pascal's not gonna come. Alright. Worthless. And so I just sold it.
Yeah, because you don't use it for anything, right? DIY?
Maybe. All I keep getting are pearls. I don't know.
He gave me a bunch of, like, mermaid dresses. And then, a couple of the mermaid chair designs, but that's it.
I have the same two that I've had, which I think is like the, what was it? One's a closet, and I want to say partition for the other?
The floor looks really cool. I wouldn't mind getting that. That's probably the only extreme one I would wear.
Yeah, a mermaid screen and a mermaid closet. Like, okay, I can hide behind things. Great.
I haven't been able to test it out because I haven't picked up a, Oh, it came here already? I haven't picked up a... Sorry. It's been there. Where's a taco? Yeah.
Just one.
Yeah. Food guy here. Which means we probably have a little bit of time left.
Yeah, we have about 15 minutes.
They always put them in a really good like plastic container, but I don't like soggy fries, so I try and open it.
I like soggy fries, honestly.
Like Diego likes them, but
Diego.
I think it has to do with like chili fries and stuff like that. But I like the crunch of fries. I think
I that's why I don't like wedge cut fries, or as I've just learned, they're called JoJo's for some reason.
Oh. No.
I don't like them, and it's just honest, and it sounds stupid, but it's like if I wanted to eat a potato or taste a potato, I wouldn't eat it a potato.
Yeah, because it's a very hit and miss with wedge potatoes or wedge fries, because some of them are really nicely crispy with a soft center, but it's not like super potato tasting. It has like the seasoning and everything.
Right,
think,
but then most
KFC,
of them.
Yeah, most of them are literally a quarter of a fucking potato. And I love potatoes, but like French fries are
I don't love
my
potatoes
go-to.
when I'm expecting fries.
Yeah.
But I love potatoes as well. Like,
the biggest disappointment still is like the 626 market has a lot of experimental foods, as you know.
yes.
And like one of them is the spiral potato thing.
Oh yeah, it looks so cool and so Instagrammable, but
It looked like it would taste amazing because they had all that seasoning on it, and it's just like a semi-raw potato.
Yep.
Skewered, and it didn't have
Yep.
any taste to it. It was so disappointing.
Yep.
Because I think I tried it for
And
the first time when it was with you guys.
It looks so cool, but like I've heard about that where it just tastes like a really skinny potato. Like,
yeah, it was like
and like, how do you manage to like undercook something that was so thin to begin with? Because of the way they slice it, it's really thin.
And, it's
And like, how do you not have flavor when
it.
you've created
We'll
so
get
much
some more.
surface area because you've cut it again so thin?
I think I finished this one. Oops, sorry. No, I haven't finished yet. Oh, I was underwater. I almost drowned myself.
You wouldn't drown.
Wow, this one's huge. Oh, it's a fucking giga clam. Should I even bother?
If you catch it within a couple minutes.
Like, it's definitely a good chunk of money. What, 10K?
Yeah. But sometimes I feel like there's easier ways to make 10K.
Fuck yeah. I'd already got a good head start because I didn't catch or try to chase it before.
See if you can chase it into a corner, as Swanson always says.
I mean, eventually it'll make it to the corner, but I was at the bottom of the map already, so... Fuck! He just changed directions. God damn it.
In New Leaf, they could swim under the barrier, and they'd forever be gone. I at least like it that they are at least contained within the barrier on this one.
Yeah, that would suck. It's just always just enough away. Like, you can never swim up to it. It has to be like...
and I hate that you dive straight down. Like, can't we go some sort of, like, diagonal dive? Like, move forward and still be diving?
I'm losing time here whenever they do that. Or when you have to come up. It's
because you just quite didn't get... Yeah. I hate that.
I know this is a Giga. This is huge.
I thought mine was... To be fair, I thought mine was a Giga as well.
Oh, well,
the giant isopod?
Because this doesn't look like a medium, unless I'm not good with the sizes still.
Honestly, I thought mine was a Giga Clam. And I chased it long enough to where, like, I have to catch this.
That's fine. Yeah, I've dedicated now. This will probably be the last thing I do before we close out.
Okay.
This will be my life for the next 15 minutes. We're coming up to the bottom of your map right now. So eventually... I know, he started turning already. God damn it. What is he doing? Oh my god, he's doing some crazy zigzags right now. I wasn't prepared for this.
Even though that's kind of why you dove.
Oh no! Something was underneath me and I caught it instead.
I did that too. I caught other things while chasing my isopod.
I like how he stopped for me though. Thank you. Quit flying me into your friends. Yeah, he is purposely going over different people.
The wily one?
We're coming up on your plane. Oh my god, this is so frustrating. Like, I wish I could fly, like, swim faster.
Yes. So much yes.
Or learn to swim faster. I'll have just 2, I think. Or 1? I think 1 green. Thank you. I have an isopod. I need to grab the... maybe. Maybe Giga. God damn, he's so huge.
Stop. Like, don't swim fast. Just kind of move to it.
What do you mean?
Just move to it. Go back up. No, go back up. And just move. Don't pedal. Just move to it. Slowly.
Pedal? Oh, paddle.
It'll stop eventually. Then when you get close enough, dive quick and start pedaling.
Paddle.
Huh.
Do it now.
Where'd you learn that?
I just trial and error.
Huh.
That's
Thank you.
Did it work?
Like, if you're just slowly pushing the stick forward instead of swimming... Oh, I might scare your fish, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Not do anything in the meantime.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I'll break my streak.
It's a Giga. But, so, instead of hitting, what would be A, swim, just use your joystick to slowly get close to it, because it doesn't try and swim away as fast.
Okay.
And then you just dive when you get close to it and swim as fast as you can. Well, thank you, Diego. You saved me another 15 minutes.
That's how, like, Swanson had to walk me how to catch a tarantula. And I haven't been able to catch a tarantula since. But the one, like, the first time when I caught one, he was coaching me through it. He's just like, okay, run, now stop and turn. Just like, okay.
Oh, I do the stop and go, like red light, green light situation.
I keep trying to sneak up on a scorpion or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not gonna notice me, and I end up dying every single time.
Because I know the scorpions and the tarantulas, you have to do the stop and go. So whenever its arms are up, like it's angry, you wait until they put their arms down, then move closer, then arms up again, you stop, and it's a lot of back and forth. Hey, Ichi.
Eats cookie. What kind? Snickerdoodle? Chocolate chip. I feel like I should just sit down one day and get that 100 streak for the fishing.
Yeah. What, like get 100 baits set up? Because technically, if you never miss either of them, you'd get all 100, right?
Well, no, it's not that the missing. It's just if you like get anxious and pull too early.
Yeah. So if you have 100 bait, technically you would have 100 fish. If you don't ever pull too early.
Right.
So when does it restart recounting? Only if you pull too early, or?
When you pull too early, yeah, and the fish disappears.
But what if you don't pull it in time?
Also breaks it, yeah.
Okay. Because I think that's a couple
when
of
when the fish is interested,
sure,
and you do not catch it, is what? So that's kind of like a snickerdoodle. Is it deep fried though?
This place we ordered from, they have churro donuts. They are heavy, like Jesus Christ.
Whenever I think of like heavy fried food, it's gotta be the fair.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, where else would I get a deep fried, like, Snickers or Reese's or whatever?
I'm really starting to feel the lack of going outside and doing things.
Mm-hmm.
Like the need to do, like, go to the mall, watch a movie, or go to a club, or not club necessarily. I guess it's more like during E3 kind of clubs. Or, I don't know, it's just being out and about, reason to dress up, like that kind of thing, has been really slim. And it's
so it's not deep fried? Oh, we got a website. I forget that you're a moderator, so you can just post websites. You advertising cookies when I'm hungry. Rude.
But like I think the thing that's really hitting me right now is fall. Like I really want to be all up in fall when it comes around.
Yeah. Some places have already started coming out with like pumpkin spice stuff. I'm just like, guys.
I know we're still like
they have a shark cookie. Okay. Now. Okay. We're just gonna.
I think I'm like we're definitely at the tail end of summer. But it feels like summer barely started, to be honest.
At least you got a summer.
True.
Every year so far, it's been like, all right, are you ready for the 3 days of summer? This weekend might be summer, I think.
All I know is I love, like...
I see it's a check gummy! Okay, I'm like trying to fish and look at this cookie video at the same time.
I bought a bunch of clothes already getting ready for fall. I know I mentioned that before. And a lot of the clothes got here because T-Mobile Tuesdays had another half off from ModCloth.
Oh, so, yeah.
I bought a shit ton of stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of money, but at the same time, it's half the amount I would have paid anyway.
Yeah.
Couple of business shirts because I needed some new ones.
Yeah, that's pants. Where I got a bunch of my like business casual stuff as ModCloth.
Mm-hmm. I got a bunch of like cute little sandal, like slipper sandal combos. Mm-hmm. And I bought a thigh-high boot, knowing that I've had issues where my thigh would be thicker than the average, like my shoe size. So like 8.5 would still be too small thigh-wise. Wait, are you? No,
I have a pair of like I'm pretty sure they're thigh highs. It's the one I wore as Harley Quinn. I have no idea where the crap they are.
Yeah.
I thought they were in California, but I couldn't find them when I was in California. And I know they're not here in Washington, so I'm like, where the heck are my boots? $10 are fresh out of the oven. Where do they ship from? Alright, last call. 5 minutes until stream ends.
Oh, you. I don't think you're
Dude, okay, those churro cookies, you should look up a snickerdoodle because snickerdoodles are like cinnamon cookies as well. Like cinnamon sugar
like
cookies.
Thick cookies too? Or thicker cookies? Because snickerdoodles are usually a thicker cookie.
Yes. Still don't know why they're called snickerdoodles, but, whatever.
Oh, so I was looking up the face and the body double for Abby. Because I forgot, I didn't realize, but I've been following the muscle builder that they used for her body for a while. And but the face is a different person altogether. And I looked that person up, and she's not like a model or anything, but she's a graphic designer, and she's like her bio says one-time model. Like that was her only time.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and it's so weird seeing Abby's face with like a nose piercing and like slight makeup, but also in a fairly feminine, like super soft body kind of thing versus the ultra hard feminine body she has.
It's weird because I can't. How did they model the skinny Abby?
I don't know. Like they must have like just shrunk her muscles or did like an in between of.
I don't feel like that would have like.
It wouldn't have looked exactly right. There's a lot of they definitely had to make a new wireframe, probably not wireframe.
Not a wireframe.
What are they called? The bones.
The skeleton?
Yeah, it's the animation
Skeleton.
bones, so to speak. And I forgot the term for it, but like because her structure's still she's not as wide, so it's pushed in with the shoulders a bit more and all that jazz. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't look like she's always having her arms out, kind of thing, to accommodate for her muscles being there.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of the movie Shallow Hal with Gwyneth Paltrow. So in the scenes when she's not in a fat suit, so we're watching it from like Jack Black's perspective, she walks like a fat person because she waddles and like she like has the certain roll of her arms and I'm like that's a really good detail to have. She didn't walk like a skinny person.
Yeah,
even though
your legs are not like your knees are not as together, and you usually have a bow to it too.
Yeah.
So yeah, the CrossFit girl. Yeah, she's intense. Like, I wonder what made them choose like that. It's so weird because the people they chose for each of the characters' faces are so all over the place. It's not like people they knew or friends of the family kind of thing. Like,
what's weird is that everyone else was modeled and like voice captured and performance captured by about the same person. Abby's the only one that's just like 3 different people.
For the most part. Well, they also did something different too this way because the first game, majority of the faces were unique faces. Like they modeled wholly new faces with a mixture of other people's influences, and they gave the actor just a voice acting and motion capture. That's it.
Yes.
Whereas in this game, they kind of did a combination of both. Like characters that obviously already exist, which was like Joel, Ellie, and all that. Their faces were just kind of slightly merged to look like the other, not only older, but like their voice actors to make it match the motion capture or the molding. But Joel, his structure, he was already at that, like, he had his facial structure already made, so it wasn't like different in any way.
Yeah.
But like Dina was completely new, and we already know who she looks like, and she was a combination of people too. And then
not really.
It was 2 ladies. The concept art was a different lady. But
yes.
The girl that they went with for her actual face is the one
And it's so obvious. I'm like, you are Dina. Like,
Yeah.
your face is Dina.
And she said it's so weird. By the way, there's an eel next to me if you haven't caught the newest eel.
You
said
I think
you
I
were
caught
good.
that a while ago.
Yeah. You said you were good. I remembered that now.
Yeah. I only have 3 fish.
But yeah, so, and she says the weirdest thing is just hearing someone else's voice coming out of her face.
Oh, yeah, that's gotta be weird.
And then not only that, she's like, and she acts like in a way that I wouldn't act. Like, she was talking about the scene where she's kissing, when they're smoking the weed.
Okay.
And she's like, that little snarky mouth bite thing, I would never do that. It feels so weird that someone's like playing my body kind of thing. It's such a weird experience.
Because snarky mouth bite, and I instantly think of what, Kristen...
Kirsten Stewart.
What's her face?
Yeah.
The Twilight person. Yes. Okay. It's not Belle, not Dunst.
It's a Stewart. Kristen Stewart.
Stewart, okay.
She's, like, super attractive altogether.
She's so pretty. Like, when I saw the commercials for Charlie's Angels, I was like, wow, she's really hot. Like, she's really, really pretty.
And, like, I love that she's coming into her own, too. Like, she's not super imposed.
And then I got sad because I was like, oh, it's Kristen Stewart.
Yeah. She's not a bad actress, but she does play a type. Like, she's always that brooding
She has a very
kind of girl.
limited range, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think she's also choosing roles that are very...
She kind of, like, she's like that actress that chooses roles to be herself. Which is totally cool. That's totally a way to make money. And she's an archetype that is very popular right now, so go for it.
Yeah, so, and that comes around at the same time with that one actress from Grey's Anatomy. She's like, I decided to stay on Grey's Anatomy because it was steady, good money. Mm-hmm. And she's like, I could have easily left at any time to take on, like, more creative roles and, you know, show my range, but she chose not to. She was in it for the money. And I was just like, I can't even blame her, because it's just, the whole reason is, like, actors and actresses, like, their job is auditioning unless otherwise told, you know?
Yeah. And it's like, no job's guaranteed either, so it's like the scariness of, like, if you leave here to go somewhere else, it might be done in so long.
Yeah, it could be one of those, like, shows that, like, great show, but, like, gets canceled after 1 or 2 seasons, you know?
Like, you see it a lot happen, like, okay, Maggie from The Walking Dead. She left to go to another show, you know, different venture, different new stuff. And when the show was canceled, she wanted to come back, and people are like, no, you already left. That's not how it works, guys. Like, unless you burned your bridges and you were an asshole to everyone on set, chances are you can come back.
Your character got killed, you know? Like,
yeah. Like, there's ways around it. Now, there are stories of people purposely leaving a show because of bad juju.
Yeah, so there's that, and then, but...
I just,
because a lot of what we do is just motivated by
October
money,
14th,
obviously. So,
yeah. Like,
October 14th is a date, yes?
I think that's The Walking Dead coming back.
I thought that show finished.
Nope. It got cut off short because of COVID, so they couldn't record.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of close encounters there. But I know,
Alright, we gotta wrap this up, though.
Okay.
Get out.
I'm gonna swim back into the shore. All I know is I was, that was my difficult choice with the current job I'm at. It pays better than I've ever had been paid before, but the job isn't very creative compared to other projects I've been on. So I had to make the choice of choosing creativity over, like, better pay and stability. Like, this is a pretty stable job. Very few things would actually stop it from working out for me.
It's the finale. It's the... like, the second half of the last season?
Yeah, I think it's the second finale, like, the final. Alright, no luck.
The rogue, Sasha?
I have that same shirt, but in light blue. I wish it was dark blue, but...
Wish this was red, not pink, but...
Yeah.
It just
Oh my
comes in
God,
pastel
what's
colors
wrong?
and not saturated. Just okay. Weekly menu for this crumble cookie place. Like, okay, there's no way they can. How do they serve the cookies warm?
Maybe they have it in a container that keeps them warm, like foil.
Oh, there's just a lot of bakeries. Okay, that's where are we in Washington? Okay, so in
Oh.
California, there's only 3 in Bakersfield, Point Loma, and Turlock.
Bakersfield.
There's 9 in Washington. Of course there isn't. Why would there be? Controls plus scroll to zoom. Okay.
Yeah, the photo controls in The Last of Us, I'm not entirely happy with. I don't see myself ever doing grounded mode or even permadeath. It's tempting to see how far I can get. I feel like most likely the Rat King. Because all it takes is that one mistake before it grabs you and kills you.
Yeah.
And it's not
and then all of Hillcrest too. Just saying, like.
Yeah, well, it depends the difficulty. Like, if I wanted to go crazy, I would do grounded and permadeath.
I thought you couldn't choose. I thought it was if you do grounded, you are doing permadeath.
No,
is it a
permadeath
choice?
can be done in any mode, I think.
Oh.
Because it's an option you put in later.
Okay. Alright, well, I gotta go.
Okay. Well, we're closing out the stream, guys, then. We will see you next week. I should be able to start going back into normal. Going into overtime. So we'll start it back up with Borderlands on Thursday, and then
B-Day, we gotta get time. And if we're like gulags, like the first people gulags, we gotta
get out
go.
of there. Yeah. But all right, guys. Good day. Have a great weekend and good day at work, Bernice. Bye.
Thank you. I try.